Hello, lovely folks, and welcome back to Homestuck Squared. Oh, sorry. Okay, we're good. Just catching my breath. I was like downstairs, like shit. I bet the timer's gone off by now. Fuck. Like running up the fucking stairs. Hello, Corencio. Hello, Max. Hello, anyone viewing anonymously. We have today a humdinger, an update. It made me very happy. Sorry, I'm still a little disoriented getting all my stuff set up. Okay, that ding would be me plugging my phone in because it was at 5% battery. It is at 5% battery. Okay, chat is up on my phone. Phone is plugged in. Chapter is open. Music is paused. Microphone is on and plugged in. Water bottle is full. Okay. So, let's just hop on in. Let's hop right the fuck on in. Oh, I forgot. My wrist brace. I took it off because I had to get water and wash my hands and stuff. But I should put it back on because physio person did not quite specify exactly how much I should be using this. She just kind of said, oh yeah, just like you can, do it just like an hour at a time. But I've been wearing it just generally most of the time and taking it off when it like gets too much in the way of stuff. But it has been a significant help. So I'm gonna smack that baby back on. Clapping does not have the same effect when I am wearing it. But it's a sacrifice I am willing to make in order to maintain the function of the muscles in my wrist. Okay, just have a sip of water. Chapter 12. Really convoluted metaphorical horse shit. Stream title change, you got it. That's a good one. Okay. Let's okay, let me just try that again there. Oh, I totally forgot to change the stream title. Oops. It still says Homestuck Reread and not Homestuck Squared, so I guess I'll just do that while I'm here. It's a little harder to type wearing the brace as well. But typing is what was fucking me up in the first place, so. Chapter 12. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother with the date and time. It's in action. The stream is in motion. It is pointless information right now. Okay. Title updated. And we shall begin. With Dave and Carcat in the laundry room. Oh, I've seen a couple comments with regards to what the fuck this little thing over here is. We get a different angle of it in a later panel. Lot of guesses for Roomba, which I do enjoy the idea of them having like an Alternian Roomba on the ship. Could also be a weigh scale, like the shape of it, the size of it, with like the little, almost looks like it could be like an LCD screen at the top. Makes me think weigh scale. That was my first thought. But Roomba is an idea that I enjoy far more. In the bowels of a different ship, of course, we spent our last chapter with Dave Bott and Aradia and Calliope from the Candy timeline, swerving into the meat. A Roomba walker sounds like the least practical vacuum ever. Yeah, you are probably right. Yes, in the bowels of a different ship, at a moment in time that is not pinpointable in either direction from the previous interaction, another Dave raps quietly to himself. I don't know who the flower is in this case. Shit, what if I'm the flower? So, Dave. No, hold up. That makes no fucking sense. Gotta rewind back to the beginning. Are you gonna keep mumbling to yourself or can... Oh, shit, sorry, what? I was just thinking through some really convoluted metaphorical horse shit. Yeah, that was pretty fucking evident. Might be, bro. What were you saying? I was saying I thought we might go, I don't know, anywhere else on the entire ship while the clothes are washing. Seeing as this decrepit machine we were so blessedly provided with makes a whirring sound so pan-chafingly arrhythmic that it threatens to eradicate the entire concept of tempo from the universe. And yet somehow, basically, all that has happened since we started the load is that you've been using it as a fucked up beat to whisper to yourself about flowers to. At this point, I'm either going to need you to speak up or follow me the fuck on out of here because this is excruciating. Zesso the Rebel, hello and welcome. We're just getting started. Okay, fine, I'll do the first one. Great. Turn up the flower talk volume. So, Kanaya was telling me this kid's story the other day about this dude who didn't cherish a flower enough until it pieced out to do flower stuff. I don't know, it's not pertinent to the story. Except the flower was a person. Because it was a metaphor. Yeah, like you said. Really convoluted metaphorical horseshit. Really convoluted metaphorical horseshit. Flower stuff. Yes, so, story being referred to, if we can think way back to the last time we had an update with these folks. Actually, no, the time before that, because the last time we had an update with this crew was just Jade and Calliope. The first time we had an update with this crew. We saw that wonderful conversation between Kanaya and Dave where they talked about the story The Little Prince, which is the one being referred to here. I have not personally read it, but I do know that is the gist of the story they're referring to, The Little Prince. Oh, I fucking love Karkat's face. Just like as an aside, before I continue scrolling down to the rest of the text, Karkat's face. Just like appreciate this for a moment. Yeah. Anyway, what goes down in the story is that once the flower lady is out of the picture, the main character goes around making all these connections between her and everything else in the universe until every damn thing feels like a symbol for how much he fucked up and how much he will never see her again. That seems pretty fucking intense for a kid's story. Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. But I guess it's not so much what the story was technically textually about, but more like the version of it Kanaya internalized and then told me we were talking about. And then told me we were talking about how she misses Rose. So now I'm taking the story she told me she was projecting her feelings onto and projecting my feelings on top of that. This is just one big game of emotional projection telephone, so feel free to go paraphrase it to Roxy later and make it about whatever fucking thing you're currently missing. I love Dave's little jab at the kind of relationship that Karkat and Roxy have developed, because the conversation they had in that first chapter in this ship was spectacular, and I am so looking forward to seeing more interactions between the two of them. Read it already, but you ain't gonna ruin it though. Yeah, I too have read it before, but I'm just, we're here to chit-chat about it, have a fun, grand old time exploring the thematic significance and etc. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Roxy. Roxy and Karkat. Yeah, I'm really excited to see more of their relationship on the ship. Your ability to get to the point. Got him. Anyway, you're not gonna have to miss that skill of mine for long. Get ready for this shit, because I'm about to slap you with the point so hard you fall ass first into the washer. Just scrambling around in there, getting all sudsy. But your brain is going to be so blasted from the mind freak of a point I'm about to make that there won't be anything left to clean. Are you ready? Karkat, you haven't made any kind of comment about how you're ready in a few seconds, so... Yeah, Dave, drop this fucking bomb on me. God. The Dave writing in this update is spectacular. I love it so much. Okay, thanks. So it's genuinely cool that Kanaya can go around creating meaning that may or may not actually be present in every little thing, connecting every feeling she has to the idea of her wife existing out there. So I told her she should keep that shit up. But I'm having the opposite issue, where I'm struggling to find anything to be that kind of tether, because every single thing I could possibly consider about what it is we're doing here just reminds me of yet another thing to be afraid about. So if you were looking for a more concentrated point, the real point, that's the point simmered in its own juices in a perfect point reduction, here it is. Everything fucking sucks huge cosmic donkey sack, and I'm terrified. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like you skipped a couple necessary steps in your point clarification process. I'm going to resist the urge to continue your reduction metaphor, even though I have some inarguably good shit lined up for it, because I'm afraid of us getting too far off track here. Okay, but were you going with sweet or savory? Please give me that much at least. Yeah, it was going to be Sunday-based. Nice. Yeah. You want to watch more GGBO after this? Absolutely. Okay. I didn't know what the fuck this was. Apparently, this is the Great British Bake Off. Which makes sense in the context of food-based analogies. But yes, they're referring to the Great British Bake Off. Great. Anyway, like I was saying, for the love of sweet human Christ, please back up to whatever the fuck you're actually scared of. Also, come here, idiot. The fact that we're watching Great British Bake Off, like, they renamed the planet Earth C that they converted from Earth A, I guess, technically, because it would be the Alpha Earth. They split it up into the 4 kingdoms, but did they keep the country names? Is this just like some shit they had archived from before they even entered the game? How do they have the Great British Bake Off? A little pedantic, I know, but just posing a question. Never watched it, but you've heard lots of people like it. Oh yeah, I've heard, I know a number of folks who think it's quite great, but I've never gotten too into baking shows myself. But yeah, I've heard a number of interesting things about it. This panel is like, oh fuck, I was gonna find that panel. Oh no! There's the specific panel with not Karkat, Dirk, and fuck, okay. I don't even know what search I would use to... Nope, that's not the right word. Dang it, I forgot I wanted to find this panel. Because it's a visual callback. But it's, Dirk and Dave. When they talk on the roof. What keywords? Why did my computer just make that noise? Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that open and come back to it during break. I'll probably try and find that image during break then. I'll see if I can get that panel up. But I will find it because it is a direct visual callback. But yeah, this is so cute. He's like, yeah, hey, come here. He's like, oh, yeah, it's snuggle time. But yeah, I'll find, it's Dirk and Dave hugging. I will look for it later, but let's keep reading now. Okay, it's Dave monologue time. Okay, yeah, this is a better position to unleash all my inner fears and anxieties from. So, like I said, I talked to Can about it some. And it's not like we've not talked about it either, but I don't know. Those times it's like my mouth was saying words about my situation where our friends were AWOL and maybe dead, but my brain wasn't fully letting me experience the emotion that goes along with them. And it's like I can't even start genuinely thinking about how afraid I actually am for Rose and Jean without my brain flipping its wad and whiting out. Like, haha, fuck, I hope they're okay. Now I better make a fucking joke before I succumb to the gaping mouth of despair waiting for me to fall into it as soon as I look down and acknowledge that it's there, ogling how juicy my ass looks as it trembles with terror. And then if I think about either of them, then it's only a matter of time till I have to think about Dirk, too. It's an if you give a mouse a cookie situation, but instead of more snacks, it's just another layer of fear about my loved ones. And with Dirk, it's... whew... I guess I'm just fucked up about how to worry about Dirk and be angry at him at the same time. Because if I get as unholy pissed at him as I sometimes want to be, I also gotta admit to myself that maybe I could have done something different there. Like, if we'd kept up better, then maybe there wouldn't be a point... then maybe there would have been a point along the line where I could have said the right thing somehow and he'd, I don't know, not stolen Rose away on some nightmare family trip, forcing us to accept the fact that he's our enemy now and chase after him for an unreasonably indeterminate number of years. Also, like, and this, by the way, adds a whole other layer of guilt on there that I don't really know how to fucking reckon with, but even with all the shit he's pulled and the fact that we are more or less heading toward having to take him down, whatever that is gonna mean and whether or not he planned it like that, me and him have come so far with each other, and it was really cool for a while to have him, and I don't want to hate him. Dave exhales. Carcat waits. Oh. So yeah, that is the full rundown of Dave's situation. Not the full rundown. No, there's more. But in terms of the kind of friends and family business, yeah, he's fucking terrified, and rightfully so. This, I do agree with a number of people who were pointing out that a lot of the things that Dave says about Dirk here are very similar to his speech in Dirk's Pester Quest route when they got an Epilogues Dave in there to come speak to Dirk. It's a lot of the very, very similar sentiments that are showing up here, kind of mirroring that particular conversation. Yeah, just being like, fucking, it's nice, you know, we came really far, it was cool for a while, and I don't want to hate him. Yeah, because they would have had to work, you know, they had to work past a lot of shit to get a good relationship with each other, and they fucking did. Hello and welcome, Phoenix. Several horrible image edits. Fuck yeah. Okay. So, he's not quite done yet. Is that all? I'm poised on the precipice of reassurance with my counter-rant locked and loaded, but it feels like you've got more shit you're holding back on. Yeah, I got another thing. Well, then quit fucking picking at the seam on my shorts and spit it out. They're barely hanging on to the definition of shorts as it is. Okay, fuck, it's just... the part I mentioned before about how we really have no goddamn clue about how long this trip is even going to take, I can't help but feel like it's barely getting revved up. And for me and Roxy and Jade and Callie and Can, that's normal shit at best and boring at worst, but we all have our immortality to thank for that. We can just dick around in space for near eternity waiting to catch up to our friends who may or may not be our enemies now, and it'll be fine. I mean, no, it'll be categorically miserable, but we'll survive it. Hold the fuck on. But you, Dave. No, let me say this. We don't talk about it much, and I got shit to say about it. It's not like I never thought about how you're mortal before, but I just thought we'd be able to figure it out before it mattered. Come up with some kind of plan. I was just distracted being happy with you, I fucking guess, and so I didn't think up a way to fix it. And now thanks to Dirk, we have to work it out right the fuck now. Because I can't spend this trip just sitting around watching you get old and die. Yes, the elephant in the room that has been the subject of much fan discussion. They're finally addressing it. Karkat is a mortal being. He does not have the same conditional immortality as any of the god tiers. He is not god tier. He's also not a rainbow drinker. Great Gatsby with Biggs the Cat from Sonic, among other things. Sweet. Also, Karkat and Dave. Yes. But yeah. Yeah, Karkat is me, like, I know what you're talking about. Fucking, But yeah, he's just gotta get his feelings out there. Ding. Washer's done. Still want Roxy to summon his quest bed. That would be pretty sweet, but then someone would have to kill him. Yeah. If Roxy is able to summon his quest bed, then that would involve him dying or someone having to kill him. And then that would be, oh my goodness, that would be a whole other massive stressor, because there's the question of, would the quest bed still work? Not just not his original one, not on his planet, but not inside the game at all. Stranger to say, the Great Froggy. This Karkat has a Jane revive left too, so that's nice. Is Jane in this timeline chill? No. She's getting down with a cat lesbian and a space god right now. Is that what's happening? Yeah, Jane in Meet, freshly elected president, in the bonus updates for $5 plus patrons, or $5 US. Let me specify that, okay? Because it fucking costs more in Canadian dollars. That Jane has been kidnapped by Jaspros, who's basically like, you are set to go down a horrible path, let's get your shit together. So that is where Meet Jane is right now. Also, I don't think that Karkat has a Jane revive. Karkat's Jane revive was used up. But, oh no, wait a second, that's right. No, that was Game Over timeline. Hold up. Okay, where did the Game Over timeline differentiate itself? Because I think, if I remember correctly, it was a prison break and a big confrontation that was able to break apart Grimbark, Jade, and Crocketeer Jane, but they still got into that state and split the people up onto the different planets in the similar kind of way to the pre-retcon timeline. So Yeah, I'd have to double check when along the timeline that prison break would have happened, because that would make the difference, right? Because it's the initial meeting between Crocketeer Jane and Karkat and Kanaya on Jade's planet. That's when she kills him and brings him back to life to show off her powers, kind of thing. So did the timeline diverge before that point or after that point is the question. Jasper's basically every edition to... Oh, yes. Yeah. I'm just getting caught up on chat. I just kind of like stared off into space, going off on my own conspiracy theory. Yes, Great Gatsby. Jaspers doesn't want what happened to Candy Jane to happen to meet Jane then. Yeah, I think basically what Jaspers is trying to do is divert from the potential pathway of that happening again. I thought Jane literally stabbed him on purpose, like just to prove she could, with drinking over it, really. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just like, what point in the it's about what point in the timeline the Condes's plans got interrupted, whether it was before or after that initial meeting. Karkat's been doing a lot of sleeping near the end. He really only fought Clover. Max's Bird. Hello, welcome. I thought it was like in the one where Kanaya and Karkat went to the Denizen. I think it was just I think, if I recall correctly, that scene with Crocketeer Jane was just before then, because she showed up to tell them that Kanaya needed to do that. And then on the way into See Echidna, was when Kanaya knocked Karkat out. So that's when that scene happened. But yeah, anyway, I want to look into that now at some point, because I don't remember at which point the timeline diverged. I mean, either way, they don't really have access to Jane right now because they're in a fucking rocket ship in space. But if they did, it might or may not be the solution that they were looking for anyway. You still think Yiffany's going to be a tie-in player, although Rage seems a lot more obvious. Oh yeah, we have no fucking clue. Yiffy class back stuff. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people pointing Rage from her reaction to Jane. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's possible, but it's maybe too on the nose. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait and see. But yeah, so like the quest bed and the murder, those are solutions. There's Karkat has, different rare blood type to the rest of the trolls, so maybe he could fucking become a rainbow drinker if Kanaya did something. I don't know. No, I don't think that's how rainbow drinkers work. I think it's just genetic. I don't think it passes on with a bite with the trolls. But yeah, there's a number of possible solutions, but right now Dave is just worried about what if there isn't anything we can really do. I'm wondering about that too. Yeah, I don't know. It's a theory. It's a possibility. Kanaya has drank from Karkat before, though, right? When he was passed out, I think. And he is still not a rainbow drinker from that. I'm pretty sure she did that at some point. Oh, my God. Vampire rules very wildly, yeah. Distinctly remember when Calliope and Caliborn were playing chess, they were talking about how his blood was red like Alternian mutants, and theirs was lime like the extinct caste of Limebloods. Yeah. Yeah, that, Limebloods have been pretty well confirmed to be the same blood color as Calliope, or like somewhere in the approximate. When does Karkat get to turn into a space snake? Also, hi Noah. Noah's not able to type in chat at the moment, but is here with us and just messaged me on Discord. You just like the theory that Karkat is a mutant Limeblood. I mean, that was like all but confirmed by the extended Zodiac grouping Karkat with the Limebloods. Here's the Karkat's horns are now the pure red blood color. Oh yeah, that's true. I guess that is, they kind of stylized that horns with his blood color. Be weird to say they very specifically said them separately. A massive ruse. Potentially. There is potential for that. They could have just grouped Karkat in and Cancer in with Limebloods because that's where the Limebloods go in order. It might not necessarily mean that Karkat is a mutant Limeblood, or mutated from Limeblood. Red and Limeblood combo is just a shrub thing. It's their binary. Yeah, that is. I mean, it's the complementary colors, right? So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see if there's any kind of extrapolation on that in future updates. If we hear any kind of Limeblood lore from Act 2 of Hiveswap, please and thank you. I would love that so much. Okay, Calliope explicitly compares the Alternian blood caste and explicitly talks about them as separate castes. Oh, what, you mean Lime and Karkat's blood color? Why am I arguing about this? The boys are gonna kiss. Yeah, we've veered into territory that's not wholly relevant to the update anymore, but it's still on the subject of Homestuck, so that's good. Seriously, dude, why? All right, looks like it's about time for us to continue on. The washer has finished. Dave, grapple with the clean, soggy consequences of the passage of time. Fuck, okay, one sec. Gotta change loads. Banned for spoilers. Oh, that's true. Whoops. Weren't expecting, but it's Jeremy and Hella Jeff. Okay, so I was with you for a while there, but I have to lodge a stern, absolutely fucking nope on that last part, dude. First of all, I'm totally ready to hear you out on this one, but can you, like, move your fucking legs? Oh, yeah, no problem. Sorry, man. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, recap, after we took that, like, that complete swerve into, whoops, this has nothing to do with the update anymore. Dave is terrified for Rose and for John. He's terrified for Dirk. He doesn't want to hate him, but he's so mad at what Dirk has done, but also terrified for his well-being. And Karkat, he's worried about Karkat's mortality because they don't know how fucking long this journey on this ship is going to be. So, in summation, recap, that is where we're at. And it goes. Boop. Okay, go on. Okay, so like I was saying, I get you on the first part. It's not like I'm new to the particular moo beast wrangling event of someone I previously loved brutally turning on me and leaving me to try and cram my feelings about the situation back together all on my own. Murder stuck, oof. That is unequivocally a fucked up and complicated emotional place to find yourself in, but I don't think you need to be over there making it more difficult by blaming yourself for the fact that the emotions themselves are hard to pin down. I'm not saying we handled everything, or really even most things on Earthsea perfectly, but also, you did not single-handedly put Dirk's poofy short ass on that ship. He did that on his own, and we made the choice to go after him on our own. Okay, now on to the part I take some major fucking offense to. I was following your little trail of cookie crumb fears until it led to the big snack finale of worry about my fragile mortal meat sack. If I have somehow not been clear about this with you yet, let me go ahead and rectify the situation right the fuck now. Hanging out with you on this long trip to who the shit fucking knows where is quite literally the happiest I have ever been in my entire meager existence. I'm so absolutely blissed the fuck out of my mind to be able to look at your stupid immortality smooth human face skin every day and not have a complex about it. Look at me, Dave. I'm safe. And yeah, okay, it's nowhere near perfect, you're right. And I'll be straight with you. It's not like I haven't been experiencing some complicated guilt myself. The fact that I'm having the time of my life just fucking chillaxing and being in love in space is clearly incongruous with the reason I'm actually here chillaxing to begin with, and I'm not letting myself forget that either. But I resent the implication that my happiness is registering for you as having to just sit around and watch me get old, because I know you know it's more than that. Like, Jesus, Dave. You know I'm afraid for you too, right? Or did you forget the whole heroic death thing? I worry about losing you fairly fucking regularly. So I'm not saying stop being afraid, because clearly this is a situation that necessitates a reasonable amount of fear. But I'm not the only one needing to be fucking worried about here. It's like this. 1. We've been through so much hellacious pan-warping trauma that I refuse to not enjoy this shit when I finally fucking get it, no matter how long it may or may not last. 2, it's not like we're doing nothing. We're moving, we're working. We're headed specifically to a place where we will undoubtedly endure yet more fucking hellacious pan-warping trauma. And 3, we're doing that because we have friends who we care about that need us. That is our focus here, not our fear. It's about the people we have to save. So don't fucking worry about me, Dave. I'm fine. Is Egbert unalive in this timeline? Yes, Egbert is still in Terezi's pocket. I think the fact that Terezi and Frisk are literally separated by an impenetrable black hole is cool. Blue girls don't get to kiss. Sweeper and Hella definitely weird boys do. Yeah, they are still in opposite timelines. But yeah, John is still in Terezi's pocket. Yeah, so this whole thing was basically, Karkat never directly said, I'm not worried about my own mortality either, but was kind of like, hey, get out of your own head. I'm here with you. I'm worried about you too. And, you know, take a moment and just be here. Yeah, we can't forget about, we cannot forget about why we're here, but we're here. And right now, it's chill, and I'm happy, and you should be happy that you know, I really appreciate if you could be happy with me in this moment of fucking domestic tranquility, just doing the fucking laundry in space. Got Egbert in my pocket and I think he's starting to melt. There's only one Terzi, right? Yes. You have seen fictional characters have good relationships. I know, like these fucking, these two. But yeah, there is only one Terzi. There is a Terzi in the meat timeline. There is no Terzi in Candy. Dave is still afraid. There's still a part of him that will always be, he thinks. He has accepted this about himself. There is another feeling coursing through him too, though. It's something he's felt before, though never quite so intensely. He looks up at Karkat and understands viscerally the simple power his words have. They pump through Dave's own body, alive and warm and true. He wonders if Karkat realizes it, or if he's just, as always, saying what he feels as he feels it. Dave doesn't attempt to dissect it further. There will be time for that later. This paragraph has been pointed out to have a lot of blood aspect imagery. You know, like coursing through him. They pump through Dave's own body, alive and warm and true. As like blood aspect imagery. And there it is. Ah, that's such a good panel. Oh my god. Let me see if I can fit as much of this on screen as possible. Beautiful. Sad camping noises. Is that Shadow the Hedgehog? I feel like, okay, I'm getting deja vu here. Phoenix, you've used that emote before and I had the exact same reaction, didn't I? I feel like this has happened before. And Shrek, yes. God. Yes, you have. Okay, yes. Oh, I have a voice redemption. Okay, Dirk voice. Since the invention of the kiss, there have wow. Let me start that one again. Since the invention of the kiss, there have only been 5 kisses that were rated the most passionate, the most pure. This one left them all behind. Watch Mojo voice. All of your most cursed emotes. Fuck it, yeah, toss them in. But yeah, it's only 11:45. This was a shorter chapter, but God, it's so good. This is like the Dave Cat panel. Like we have the Dirk Jake panel and the Rosemary panel. You know, the one with all the volcanoes and the one with the fucking, you know, when they were on the stairs, Rose and Kanaya on their first date. And this is the Dave Cat panel. And it's just so fucking good. Noah says Dave Cat writes in all caps and bolded. Which, hard agree. Let's see. What the fuck? Oh, I like the caterpillar from Bug's Life one, Phoenix. And of course, the Mr. Bucket from Rev is a classic. Just like Rosemary. Yeah, it's got that same kind of, like, there's a particular composition to the way that these panels are done. let me see if I can call up that. Okay, I'm like in the right spot in the story. I just need to keep clicking. There it is. So I found Rosemary. Let me, Dirk, Jake. And there we go. Okay, those are easier to find than I thought they would be. But I have located the other two panels just for like a visual language kind of like comparison between them. There we go. But yeah, we've got, they're all, it's kind of like the action is centered. The ones from the comic proper are all long panels, but they're all very, the composition of them is very centralized around, you know, like there's no rule of thirds shit going on here. This is very clearly the big moment. Tentacle bucket? But yeah, they got the bright light is definitely like in the centralized light over these two. That was a pretty spectacular moment. Oh yeah, Twitch giving me tentacles as global emos was their biggest mistake ever. There are a lot of interesting ways to get creative with those ones. Yes, they are under the singular beautiful light source. I think there were a couple conversations I kind of skimmed about light aspect symbolism, but I don't feel like I'm really equipped to speak to that too much. It's the fucking oh, Phoenix. Yeah. Yeah, let me get my neato little document open. Go off, art major. You know, I haven't had the opportunity to a long fucking time. I miss talking about artsy bullshit. Let me start getting the links ready for YouTube because I have not been doing that and I should be doing that. If you're watching this on YouTube, all of the things that are linked in chat or shown on screen are linked in the description. Fuck, I have multiple Word documents open and I keep clicking on the wrong one. There we go. You can't do that on television. Say whatever. CG. What? Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if I want the context for that. Let me see. If I Googled. Oh, wow. Fucking talking. I Googled Rosemary Kiss Panel Homestuck and Dirk Jake Kiss Panel Homestuck to find them instead of using the website's own search function because it's like rudimentary at best. Let me see if I can find if I just search Dave Dirk hug panel, will that give me the panel that I'm looking for? Dave space Dirk space hug panel. Dave certainly says the word hug on this page, but I don't think it's anywhere near what I'm looking for. But they're all still there. Oh, there's Dirk. Yeah. Okay. This is too early. This is far too early. I'll show you what I'm clicking on. I should be doing this on screen. You forgot the television censorship agency, so you said CDC. Yeah, I saw that, and I was kind of like, I don't know if that's quite the right one. Sorry, let me just get these links for the document. I clicked on the wrong fucking document again. There we go. We're Strylonkin, all of them at once. Okay, so they have that little moment, and we pull back to... I'm like, this is way too... no, I gotta skip forward like 100 pages here. I don't... Oh, Jaspros. Okay, so they're doing this over here. Is this... There. Okay. Oh, right. You can't choose. Free will is broken. Okay, so I don't think that this conversation, or this chunk of the conversation, is the one that gets the panel that I'm looking for. I think, yeah, we gotta, like... Oh my goodness. Okay. Search Dirk Dave Roof. Yeah, that might help on Google search. Okay, the matriorb. And of course, where is it? Yes, this panel with the ancestors. And then we get the extended zodiac signs up in here before the extended zodiac was published. I'm just looking for the next. Where is it? It's fucking there. Okay. 2, and then we get them again. Okay. I know this is the... Oh, sweet. It's 20 pages ahead and we're exactly ready to start. Okay. Hopefully, please let this be the segment with the panel that I'm looking for, because I really am losing my patience with having to do this. Oh. I can feel... There it is. There it is. And... Was there a different angle on that? No, I think it was just this. This is the angle we get. That's the panel I was looking for. Thank you for sitting with me while I spent forever looking for one stupid fucking panel. Okay. Visual callback secured. The right arrow key also goes forward. I think with certain applications installed, it will do that. There's some like Homestuck Reader apps and stuff like that. But I don't think that's natively built into the website. Let me try. Nope, not natively built into the website. But yeah, there's applications out there that do things like that for sure. Maybe it was Vast Air. Yeah, could be Vast Air. Visual reference secured. Sweet. Okay. So, yes, we get. Yes, Dirk Jake was the first. And then we got the Rosemary Kiss panel, and now we have the Dave Cat. And with that, we are up to date on Homestuck Squared. fucking hellacious, my friends. Yeah, shorter update than usual. We got some interesting theorizing going on. Yeah, August 31st is Monday, so once that rolls over, we'll be on a brand spanking new month calendar, and we'll just have to see when they put the next update out. Because he's on top of the washing machine. So, that's all for today. Tomorrow, big stream for Homestuck Reread. We are finishing Act 5, Act 1. So we're going to be going through the notes for Make Her Pay. We stopped last weekend right before Make Her Pay because it was overtime and I was really tired. But yeah, Make Her Pay, definitely gonna have big discussions about all of that good stuff, going over author commentary where it is actually interesting, and it's gonna be good for sure. I'm really excited to finish Act 5, Act 1. I'm especially super duper excited to get back to the beta kids, whom I love so very much. Yeah, exciting things. Next Wednesday is going to be another Sim stream for bonus stream, because I am keeping good on my promise that Sim streams would continue just as like a buffer between bonus stream games. So next Wednesday is another Sims. And then the week after that, we're going to start Arcade Spirits. And we'll see how my hand's doing, how my wrist is doing after Arcade Spirits. And most likely that will be when we'll start Sonic DX, followed by Sonic Adventure DX, followed by Sonic Adventure 2. Because I know that I brought that up a number of times, too much excitement. And I will follow through. I just need a minute to not permanently damage the muscles in my arm. Arcade Spirits, the gamer dating game. A game exclusively for gamers. And hell yeah, Sonic. Yeah, we got exciting stuff in the future. We got some hot shit planned, and I hope that you will all come and hang around for all that good stuff. YouTube update. Working on getting the thumbnails together for Extreme Meat Monks. I'm trying to figure out how to decompile the image assets out of a Unity game. But I might, because I'm so behind on uploads, I'll probably table it for now and figure that out at a later date, and just rip the sprites from like screen caps of our playthrough for the purpose of thumbnails, because otherwise I've got a whole chunk of videos ready to go up pretty shortly, so that should all be starting to get churned out pretty soon. And on that note, it is midnight when you would normally be doing break, but I'm going to end stream for today. Eaten plain Parmesan cheese 3 times today? Oh, that's the fucking life. Parmesan is top-notch cheese. Perhaps I shall make it more. I mean, like, please also have other food groups, but Parmesan cheese is good shit. Parmesan over every other cheese except maybe ricotta. I haven't thought too hard about my cheese opinions to participate in this conversation. But now I'm just going to be thinking about cheese for the rest of the evening, I guess. Meat. Oh, yeah. My parents have done that sort of thing. They appreciate fiber so much right now. Yeah. Fiber is good. Everyone should have a fiber-rich diet because it's great. Oh, Noah says feta is the best cheese. Feta is also quite excellent. Okay. I'm gonna skedaddle. Y'all keep talking about food. I'm fucking hungry, so I'm gonna go eat something. I eat something, and then I'm gonna try and turn out the thumbnail for that Extreme Meat Punks Forever, because the first part of Extreme Meat Punks Forever, it's actually uploaded to YouTube. I just haven't posted it yet because I need to do the thumbnail and the metadata, like the tags. So that hopefully will be up sometime later this evening, followed by the previous Homestuck Squared chapter sometime tomorrow, then part 2 of Meat Punks, and then I think there's another short one in between 2 and 3, or is it after the third one that I put that one out? I don't know. I've got some more editing to do for that stuff as well. But you can expect another video post of Extreme Meat Punks Forever tonight at some point within the next few hours. I'm going to polish off the thumbnail stuff, just isolate sprites from the video footage, because I will worry about decompiling an entire fucking game later. Indeed. That is all for tonight. Take care. Good night. So long. Good night. Wish you good night. Rest, stuff like that. Thanks so much. I appreciate your well wishes. I hope that you all have wonderful evenings as well, or a wonderful rest of your day, whatever you may be getting up to. Hope that you had a good time, and fingers crossed I will be seeing you all right back here for all of the exciting things that are happening in this little corner of the internet in the future. And good night.